Good morning, everybody, or rather, good afternoon. It is a beautiful spring day, 9th of April, day after the eclipse. And I have some new girls to put into their new home. So we're going to put the girls in here. Now the process is going to be pretty straightforward. What I'm going to do is I will open this box of bees, pour the bees in to the hive. Now, in order to keep them from flying away too much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray them with some syrup. All right, and they'll be so busy licking that syrup off of each other that they're not going to be that interested in flying around. Then I'll be able to just put them right into the hive, and they'll stay there for a few minutes until I can get the hive closed up and put the queen in. Not in that order. So, but because I don't know these bees and they don't know me, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting on my veil, closing up, making sure I have my gloves on. Just better to be safe than sorry. Now these are Italian bees. They're supposed to be pretty calm, but I don't know them yet. They seem pretty calm, but this is what I have. I'm going to show you what they look like real quick. So you can see you've got a whole box full of bees, probably around 3,000 or so, all in here. They seem pretty healthy. They've got a little can of syrup in there that's feeding them, and they've got a little cage in there for the queen, so they're not that inclined to fly away. But they certainly do want to get out of that box, and that's what we're going to do today. So here we go. Now I'm knocking this down like that because it actually gets them to stop clinging to the surface, to the top here, make it easier for me to get out the syrup can in the queen cage. Oh, this is interesting. So we can pull the queen cage out first. And here's our queen. I don't know if you can see her, if the light's right, but she's in here. So what we're going to do is, you see there's a little wooden plug in here. We're going to pull that little plug out, and that will allow me to get the other bees to get her out of here. There we go. So now there's a little candy plug here, and the bees will eat out the candy plug and free the queen in no time. So I'm just going to put the queen here so that they'll already know she's there. And then I'm going to pull out this can of syrup. No, I don't want it to drop in. Now we're just going to pour the bees out. Let them find their way in here. And that's a lot of bees, as you can see. They're all flying around. They don't know what's going on, but that's all right, because the queen's already in there. Now, I'm just going to smoke, try and calm these bees down a little bit. And then we're going to begin to put the cover on. Got a couple of frames that are going to go in here. Make sure our bees have plenty of space. Now these bees are all already signaling that this is an acceptable hive location. I don't know if you can see this. These bees here fanning with their butts up in the air are sending off a hormone called nasonol pheromone. And that pheromone lets the bees know that this is a good place and a good place for them to live, and that they should come here. So they're all flying around right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this entrance reducer, we'll put it here at the opening of the hive. This will give them a little bit of opportunity okay. It sort of restricts their going in and out. It's going to kind of help them a lot. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give them a pollen patty. They have a little extra nourishment to go forward. Now I always vacuum pack my pollen patties. They just last a whole lot longer that way. You got to take the wax paper off one side so that the bees know, that they can eat it. You have to be careful. I don't want to squish the girls. Just want to put this down in a place where they can get to it. Then I have this little device here that helps them to make a little space so that doesn't crush them. Then we're going to put this cover on. And then we'll close up the hole with a syrup feeder. So that the bees can have some syrup. This hole is a little large. Hopefully this will work. I'm going to have to come up with something for this. All right, so that's good. Now, we will take this cover just to keep this safe. And then we'll put another little shim here to make a little extra space for it. And we want to get our girls out. We don't want them trapped inside. And then we're going to put the cover on. Come on. Out, 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 out. You don't want to be in there, girls. Do not. There we go. Now the girls are in the hive and everybody's ready to go in. You can see they're already beginning to come in. I'll show you that in just a second. So here they are, and they're all flying back here and flying in because they're being told that this is home. So all these bees that are flying around right now trying to figure out what's going on, they're going to smell the fact that there's a queen in there, and they're all going to head inside, and that's how that's going to work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out that feeder for something a little bit more appropriate, and we'll go from there. But that's it. So we have a hive, new girls. Beautiful day for it. Here we are. The first of 2 new hives installed. It's looking bright over here.